Did you know that when giving flowers to a Russian person, and usually you give flowers to a woman, it has to be an odd number of flowers. So like 7, 9, 15 is totally fine.
Even 13 is totally fine,
Yes.
but God forbid you bring even number of flowers to a
Yes.
person, to a Russian person.
And this tradition is actually really old, like it's really ancient. It goes back to pre-Christian times, to pagan times. And in those times, like the exact origin is completely uncertain because of how long ago this was, but in pagan times, odd numbers kind of symbolized good luck and happiness. And even if you had guests over, it had to be an odd number of guests. And if there was an extra guest, you wouldn't kick that person out. Instead, you would take a stick and put it on an empty seat instead of a guest, so that it would have to be an odd number. But even numbers apparently
Was associated with death.
yes. And even today, you give like for a birthday, for example, if a lady has a birthday, like I said, usually it's a lady who gets flowers in the Russian culture. I would not think of an occasion where a male would be
Artist?
yeah, like an art. Yeah, an
Artist,
an artist.
understood.
I have I teach American pronunciations as one of the pronunciation as one of the things that I do to Russian speakers, and one of my clients is actually a celebrity, and sometimes when we speak, he has a bunch of flowers behind him that his fans had given him, right? So that is true. The only time a male person would be the recipient of flowers is when, he's an artist.
Or maybe he has some anniversary, like 50 years.
That's true, actually. When there is like a round date, especially when it's sort of like a respectable age, like
Yeah.
50, 70, and
Yeah.
like, I mean, 50, 70 and higher up.
For some special occasions.
Round date, round date. Actually,
Round
50
date.
is a good date because it's such a big, like, important number,
Yeah. So that's the only cases I think that
Yeah.
when a man will be a recipient of flower. Usually we bring flower to women. Even if I am as a woman go to like birthday for
Yep.
to my friend. She's a woman as well. I also bring flowers.
Yeah, so a lady can bring flowers to a lady. A man can definitely give flowers to a lady, but you would rarely give flowers to a man. And
I cannot imagine the situation when I bring flowers to you.
it would be pretty weird. I mean,
Yeah, weird for both of us. I think.
yeah, bring food instead. I would appreciate that a lot more. Actually, often you would too.
Yes, that idea wouldn't pop up in my mind even.
It's true.
To bring flowers to you.
So the occasions Russians would usually give flowers to other people, and like we said, ladies usually, it would be something that's centered around that person. So a birthday, childbirth, even moving into a new place, that would be totally appropriate. So something centered around the person, around their event.
And also romantic context.
Absolutely. Dates, yes, totally. That's probably the most common.
And God forbid you bring yellow flowers
Why?
for a date.
But why is that?
Because yellow color, I don't know why, somehow in Russian tradition is associated with like betrayal, jealousy.
Jealousy,
And
betrayal,
it means like soon, like break up.
It means you want to end the relationship, right? The relationship that is happening. So, yeah, do not give yellow flowers. Yellow flowers traditionally are not a good thing to give. You give red, pink, white, all of those are okay.
In romantic context, actually.
Romantic context. But we never mentioned why we don't give even numbers of flowers to people.
Yeah, because it's reserved for funerals.
For funerals.
So if you buy like even number of flowers, it means you go to funerals.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or to a
Cemetery.
Cemetery.
Yes. So this, like we mentioned, this tradition is very old. Odd numbers are associated with happiness, with good times. and even numbers are associated with death. And this tradition has lasted into the modern times, and even now, you do not ever give an even number of flowers unless you go to a funeral, unless you go to a wake, or unless you're visiting your dead relatives at a graveyard, at a cemetery. Then you would bring an even number of flowers to lay at their grave.
And I was surprised that in other cultures, like we were in Vietnam, we were like all over in Asia. I was surprised that even number doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't. Actually, in some other cultures, I believe it could be the other way around. I'm not sure which ones it is, but I think in other cultures, even numbers are actually considered more lucky.
Yeah. So
And like in the US, it doesn't matter which number of flowers it is. Like you always, I mean, if you're giving flowers to a Russian person, you have to specify that it has to be an odd number. And I believe actually partially because of the influence of the Russian Empire and the USSR, other post-Soviet nations probably have the same tradition. Well, let us know what it's like in your tradition, in your culture. Do you give an odd number, an even number of flowers, or it just doesn't matter which number to give?
and what color?
And what color, and what kind? Maybe it matters what kind of flowers you give,
Yeah.
right? So that's what we got today. We're going to pick our next topic. And while we're doing that, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the hat, where we pick a bunch of random topics out of our hat.
Where is the hat?
I think you forgot to take it out.
No. It's there.
Oh, it's here. So let's just pretend that this is like not. Yeah, this is a hat. So, so the next one is why do Russians like to eat so much soup? All right, we're gonna talk about soup. All right. That's our topic, and that's what we had to say for today. Please let us know if your culture is different, and thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Did you know that in the Russian culture, giving a woman flowers,
Давай,
you're
взбодрись.
supposed to give an odd number
Взбодрись.
if you,
It's a bad hook.
if it's an occasion where you have a woman in your life and just happen to want to give her flowers on a rare occasion.
Давай заново.
And she usually, sometimes she makes you happy, so during those times, maybe in hopes to make them more frequent, you give her flowers.
No, you can give her yellow flowers.
Yes, you
It's a
can.
hint.
Yes, you can. But that's more like a final nail in the coffin kind of thing.
Блять, давай это.
Do you understand the word coffin?
Гроб
Correct. Final nail in the coffin.
of your relationship.
Yes.